Hi Pokefans, welcome back to part 13 of my Pokemon Violet Nuzlocke challenge. Last episode we completed the Path of Legend storyline, and in this one I'm trying to complete the Starfall Street. Now that we have defeated the 5 Team Star crew, we have to make our way to Yuva Academy, where we'll be challenged by Cassiopeia. That is where we're gonna go today. Now before we battle Cassiopeia, if I remember, we do have to battle the directive first. I've gone ahead and skipped out all of the cutscenes before this and directly going to battle him. As for the storyline in that cutscene, all he does is he tells us that he is not Clive. And the person that we knew as Clive is actually directive level, which I think most of us would have guessed the very first time we have seen him. Anyway, his team will be around level 60, so I'm not too worried about this. My team members are at level 63, so I think this battle shouldn't be too tough. For this one, I started with Haxorus. It has the move crunch, so I was hoping to kind of one-shot Oranguru right here. Unfortunately, that didn't happen, but we were able to take it down in the second turn. Now right here, sadly it did use Yawn, so my Haxorus is gonna go to sleep. I do have to definitely switch out, but the second Pokemon is actually Abomasnow. Initially, I was a bit worried to send out Talonflame just because it's part flying type, but Abomasnow does have a 4 times weakness to fire type, so I guess we can still go with it. Hopefully we don't get hit by a ice type move. Alright, as far as I remember, Abomasnow is usually pretty easy to defeat. As long as you have a good fire type move like Flamethrower or Armor Cannon, I think that is a really good move, by the way. You will be able to kind of take it down. And yep, we were able to take it down. Pretty good. The next Pokemon that is up is Houndoom. Houndoom is pretty cool, but I'm not really sure which Pokemon to go to. Probably I'll go with Corviknight right here since it does have Body Press. I was a bit worried that Corviknight might get hit by powerful fire type moves. After all, Houndoom is part fire type. Let's see how we can actually handle this one. I'm pretty sure Corviknight right here can survive one move at least. So I'm hoping I'll be able to take it down within this. For the first turn, it actually went with Fire Blast, which we actually avoided, which is really good. But for the second turn, I just didn't want to keep it out. I was afraid that Fire Blast is way too powerful and probably will take down Corviknight. So I did switch back into my Talonflame. As you can see, the second turn Fire Blast did hit. At least we weren't hit too hard. Just went with Quick Attack right here to kind of go with the first turn. I was pretty sure that Houndoom would be faster and I didn't really want to be hit by another turn. Next Pokemon is Poltergeist. I think I'll be able to take this one down with any Pokemon which has a Dark type move. In this case, I went with my Luxray. To be honest, I kind of feel like this battle is way easier than the one with Irwin. Not really sure why they have made him so tough, but both the times I went against him, that is in my playthrough and here in my Nuzlocke challenge, I still feel like Irwin is a bit difficult to kind of defeat rather than, Penny or Nemona. Alright, we almost took it down. I think in the next turn we'll be able to manage it. We did get hit by a Shadow Ball right here and definitely the damage was pretty bad. But I think we'll be able to survive another one in case if we are slower. Alright, so we were kind of having a speed die right there. And we did survive the second turn. I was a bit concerned about a crit hit right there, but luckily we didn't get one. And we have taken it down. The next one is Among Us. Now I could have kept my Luxray up in front since it did have a ice type move. Sadly, it does not have enough health, so I do have to switch out. In this case, I switched out into Corviknight. Corviknight has Drill Peck, which is a really good flying type move. Definitely much powerful than A-Slash. Let me quickly go ahead and use it. I don't think we'll be able to take down Among Us in one hit, but at least we will kind of resist its poison type move. Alright, the Hex didn't really do too much damage. Going with the second drill peck, we were able to take it down. Alright, I think we have one more Pokemon left, which is the final starter. In this case, it's actually Quaquaval. By the way, I'm sorry if I mispronounced it. I'm not really sure how it is pronounced actually. I just thought it is Quaquaval. Alright, in this case, I think I'll go ahead and go with my Slowbro, who can actually take it down. By the way, let me know in the comment section how many of you guys kind of guessed that Live was Directic level at the beginning of the game, and how many of you guessed that Cassiopeia is actually Penny. In my case, I had actually guessed on Directic level, but I was having a bit of a doubt on Penny being Cassiopeia, but I guess that was just my doubt. I am really not sure how many people knew this before, so let me know in the comment section on that. Alright, he has terrestrialized his Pokemon. In my case, Slowbro will actually terrestrialize into a grass type, which is really good. Even though Slowbro here doesn't have a really good speed stat, it definitely has a really good special attack stat, which I really like. I never, by the way, used a Slowbro, and definitely using it now, I feel like I have missed it. Missed a really good Pokemon. Right here, I got hit by an aerial ace. Even though I was able to kind of tank it quite well, and the grass knot definitely did way more damage on it. So definitely I am really happy of adding this one to my team. As for Azumarill, who is my other water type I have in my team, I have been kind of thinking of switching up my team members just to make sure I constantly don't have multiple of the same typing in my team for certain battles. In this case, I think we're still pretty good. Maybe for Penny's battle, I do have to switch up a couple of my team members. But right here, we did defeat Directic level. So once we have defeated him, we have another small cutscene where he explains that he is not Cassiopeia, and he was kind of planning to defeat us and then challenge her. In this case, since we have won, we will be the one to challenge Cassiopeia at the school courtyard, and let's see how that actually goes. In this upcoming cutscene, it seems like we are not supposed to battle in front of the school. Directic level right here will get into a bit of a trouble with Mr. Stein, just because of the fact that he did not follow the rules, which is pretty funny to actually see. And apparently he have to write a letter to the Pokemon League on his actions. Let's leave it to him and we'll actually make our way to the schoolyard. Up in the schoolyard, we finally get to know that Cassiopeia was actually Penny. Not that anyone else guessed it till now. Either way, I'm pretty excited to actually battle her just because of the fact that her team is pretty amazing. It's actually made up of all EV evolutions and definitely an exciting battle for me. Let's go ahead and challenge her. Hopefully we'll be able to take her down without losing any of my team members. Penny right here will have team members around level 62. So as long as you have a team member around level 63 or 62, I think you'll be able to defeat her. Penny also requests Clive, who's right next to us, to kind of record this battle to make sure that he sends it later to all of the Team Star bosses to let them know that Team Star has finally disbanded. In this case, she does start with her Umbreon. I'm gonna go ahead and go with Haxorus because I have thought it Brick Break, which is a really good fighting type move. Let's go with it. As usual, she likes to use Baby Doll Eyes move, which will definitely lower your attack stat. This happens for each and every of her team members, so I would definitely recommend being a bit careful about your attack stat when you're going against her. In my case, as you can see, I had to kind of take her down with 3 turns just because of the attack stat lower. But at least we were able to take down her Umbreon. Definitely Umbreon is a pretty strong Pokemon. As long as you have a fighting type team member, I think you'll be able to take her down. Second Pokemon is Vaporeon. For this one, I would definitely recommend going for a electric type Pokemon, just because of the fact that Vaporeon does learn a ice type move, and it can definitely take down your grass type Pokemon if you do bring it up. Let's see if we can take this one down with a Thunderbolt. Finally, by the way, I was able to kind of pick up a Thunderbolt TM and teach it to my Luxray. Sadly, it does not actually learn that move in its moveset, which I thought it did. Alright, not bad. We do have to take it down in a second turn, but at least we didn't really get too much of the damage. The next Pokemon that we are up against is Flareon. Flareon is pretty easy to defeat as long as you have a water type Pokemon. As you can see, I did switch out my Azumarill for Dunsparce for this battle, just because Azumarill really is not necessary considering that Penny doesn't have a dragon type Pokemon. Right here I decided to switch into Slowbro and try using Surf. I'm not really sure if we can take it down in one hit, but I'm pretty sure we can actually take at least one hit from Flareon. After all, Slowbro is having a really bad speed stat, so I will be going second no matter what. I guess the only way I could kind of move faster is if I do equip the Quick Claw, but it's never guaranteed, so I'm not really gonna bother about it. Alright, so definitely we do have to go for a second turn, and not bad, it did go for Fire Blitz, which is pretty weird going against a water type Pokemon. But we have taken down her fourth team member. Pretty cool. I feel like Penny's battle once more is way easier than Irwin's. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Do you think Penny's battle is tougher or Irwin, or is it Nemona? The next one she brings out is her Jolteon, which is pretty fast. I'm not going to worry too much about this. For this one, I'll go with my Haxorus, who does have Bulldoze. Now, as for the moveset of Jolteon, it really does not have a good moveset. Now, it does have Thunder, which it really likes to kind of spam. But other than that, I don't really think it has a good moveset. In this case, I'm just gonna go with Haxorus and see how it goes. Thunder doesn't always hit, so I'm hoping that I can actually avoid at least a turn of it. In this case, the first turn definitely did hit, but the damage was nothing. So I'm very happy that I was able to survive. And we were able to take it down in one hit, which is pretty cool. The next one is Leafeon. I really like Leafeon. Its design is pretty cool. And definitely it's pretty unique. It's one of those Pokemons I am yet to use, but I do have it kind of in my list. One of these days I will definitely try and use it. In this case, I switched into Talonflame, who is pretty good against Leafeon. I'm hoping I'll be able to take this one down as well. Also, let me know in the comment section if you have kind of tried using Penny's team to win this game. I have always been interested in that idea and I do want to try it sometime. But let me know if you guys have tried it and how difficult or easy was it. Now that we have taken down her Leafeon in one hit, her last Pokemon is Sylveon, whom she will be actually test-lizing. In this case, I have selected my Dunsparce. Right here, Dunsparce has a Poison type, which is very helpful against Fairy type Pokemon. Could have bought my Tinkaton, which I did recently catch, but I have kind of used it multiple times before, so I think this is much interesting. Currently, Dunsparce is the only Pokemon that has a Poison type move in my team. And of course, it only learns Poison Tail, which is pretty bad. I was really hoping it would learn Sludge Bomb, which is a very powerful move. In this case, we kind of have to go with Poison Tail. Let's hope we can actually take down this Sylveon. By the way, Sylveon is pretty strong, but I don't think it will do that amount of damage since I am test-lizing the Dunsparce. Very cool. I'm a bit nervous, but I think we'll be able to win this one. As long as I don't miss my move, of course. As usual, she is much faster and she goes for Moonblast. This is definitely a pretty strong move, but we do resist it, so that's pretty cool. Going with Poison Tail, we definitely did way more damage than I expected. I was expecting it to be kind of like a 3-turn kill, but in this case I think it's just a 2-turn, so that's good. Going for a second turn, we are gonna be winning this battle. This was way easier than I thought it would be. I mean, I at least thought Penny would have a bit of a challenge, but definitely not. Her EV evolutions are way easier to defeat than Irwin's Pokémon. Alright, so now that we have defeated her, we have quite a huge cutscene. In this cutscene, they just discuss about how to kind of still save Team Star and kind of, I guess, change it to STC, which is Star Training Centers. Pretty cool idea, but definitely I'm gonna be skipping it. The only thing left to do in this is the champion assessment, and I am very excited for that. We do have to take the assessment, challenge the Elite Four, and win against the top champion, Geeta. Definitely it is gonna be really interesting, and I'm so excited to go ahead and play that. Right here, once we have completed discussing with Director Level and the other Team Star bosses, we have another small cutscene with Penny, where she does explain of what just happened and how she has been invited to kind of work for the Pokemon League. She also gives us a really good TM, which is Draco Meteor. I really like that TM, but I'm not really sure if I do want to use it. Either way, this is the end of the Starfall Street storyline. Pretty interesting, but I feel like I still like the Path of Legends storyline way better than this one. Let me know in the comment section if this is a storyline that you really like, or do you like the other two that we have. Either way, that's all I had for today's episode. In the next one, we'll be going ahead and completing the champion assessment, which will be pretty cool. Thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel. If you'd like to support me in a personal way, please check out the links in my description, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.